Okay here. There we go. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for watching A Touch of Tarot. Just setting up. Give me a second. Today I picked happy music. So we'll see if it's not too corny. Something uplifting, though. Oh, there we go. Here it goes. All my troubles. Okay. Do I have anyone on here? No, that's okay. It's Monday morning. There we go. Hi, people are on here. Perfect. Okay, guys. I got a new deck for one, and I found this deck that I'm in love with. It's one of my weird decks again that you can't find anywhere, but it's so expensive, so I'm going to save up for that, I guess we could say, or whatever, just give it some time. But I got this one in the meantime. It's absolutely beautiful as well. So I want to discuss something quickly. Okay, so the energies, right? They're crazy. To be honest, I woke up today in a really good mood. So I realized, the moon definitely was affecting me the other day when I was on here. But I also still have the same, good morning, everyone. I still have the same beliefs or switch up that I've come to in the way I want to move forward in my relationship, in the way I want to move forward with my future for myself and what I want to accept and not accept. But I calmed down about it, right? So hopefully when I go out today for a walk or whatever, I really actually have work to do here today. Hopefully I'm not grouchy about, people taking up the whole sidewalk like I was the other day. And if I decide to voice it, I'll hopefully voice it kindly. But there's something I want to touch base on. I got a few odd emails over this weekend. Okay. And I'm going to touch base on this for all of us to keep this in mind. And I should have wrote down notes, actually, like my intentions, what I wanted to get across to you, because these are pretty important messages. And one of them, I'm going to start, I guess I should start with the crazy guy. So we have a man, I'm going to call him a divine masculine, who's going crazy right now. He messaged me. So this is how it started. I get the message, I think yesterday or the day before, and he says to me, "Thanks a lot for your reading. It ended a beautiful marriage." But the thing is, he was saying, I don't know what the word is for this relationship where you have three people in a freaking relationship. I don't know who the heck advised him of that. I'm going to look up what he names it. Polynomorous, entered into a polynomorous. So I'm guessing that's three people, because basically what he's saying is the girl who entered is the divine feminine. So it would be like us wanting our masculine, but he's married. So apparently they had a relationship where there was three people involved here, is what I'm getting from this. And the divine feminine asked him to leave his wife. Now, I know some of my readings may say, I think one of them I recall it really saying like leave because of your safety. But personally, I would never recommend a divine feminine ask the masculine to leave his wife. Reason being is not because like we don't want that, if they're in a happy relationship, they should. But because you don't want to be responsible for that, right? So I'm not sure if the divine feminine had watched the video and then sent it to her masculine, who now is leaving his wife. But the thing is, this guy's really upset. And so that tells me maybe you're not meant to leave your wife. Maybe the woman, who he's calling the divine feminine, maybe it's not actually his divine feminine, because why would you leave a situation, first of all, in anger, and second of all, putting it on me? So, I got a couple messages from him. The first one I didn't quite understand. So I just said, I don't understand, but you're saying thank you. So I'm going to say you're welcome. And I hope you realize you are in charge of all your decisions you make. This is what I said to him. So then I'm gonna read you the what I woke up to today. This is what I go through, guys. So he sent the attachment of the reading. It's a karmic reading. I didn't watch it because I don't go back and watch my videos. Link attached. Your stupid reading told the divine feminine, he puts her name, to run away from the divine masculine, me, because of the karmic, my wife of 13 years, after the divine feminine entered into a polyamorous relationship with us 5 months ago. Thanks a lot, bitch. This is what he said to me. So anyhow, point being, he's real grouchy, right? We don't want to deal with the divine masculines in this energy. Honestly, honest to God, don't tell him to leave. Tell him, tell him something like, I want to start a relationship with you. I want a commitment with you. Don't suggest for him to do whatever he needs to do. He needs to do it on his own. So I'm not mad at this man at all. I'm not mad at the situation at all. I just feel a lot of anger from this person. And I actually I'm not going to tell him. He'll probably be watching. Let's call him John Doe, whatever. He'll probably watch or something. And I would tell him, you need to calm down before you make any decisions. And remember, like just yesterday or 2 days ago, I was on here and I was, pretty intense because of the energies. And good thing I didn't make any rash decisions or call, and tell someone something that I would regret. Good thing I took a minute to calm down. Now, this leads into the next email I got that I want to share with you. I actually erased it right away because I thought it was ridiculous, but it pointed out a few things to me, which is this. First of all, this woman messaged me saying she's like, educated in psychology or whatever. Well, so am I. Thank you. So what she was saying is she knows how to teach people how to talk to each other. And she noticed that during my filming, I was talking instead of doing a reading. Well, when I come on here live, it's usually because I want to talk and I want to communicate with you guys. And I do a reading, and I do plan on doing a reading, and I can do it throughout the whole thing. So first of all, right there, she annoyed me with that comment. Second of all, she was giving me her credentials and giving me information about the fact that she's being checked, like an FBI check, like as in saying, I'm legit. I've been checked. Don't worry about me. I just want to help you. Okay. First of all, everyone. Now, never mind her anymore. In your relationship with your divine masculine or your divine feminine, if you feel, even in a friendship, have you ever started a friendship with anyone and said, here's my credentials? No, you've never done that. Not a real friendship. You would never have to do that. And as for your divine masculine or any relationship you're getting into, that's a red flag. First of all, if someone is like, look at me, look at my paperwork. First of all, that's a red flag on them. But second of all, that's a red flag on the whole thing. It's like, why would I have to, any relationships I've built off of YouTube, no one has ever had to prove anything to me or to tell me that they're advanced in psychology or advanced or they've gotten the certificate of being checked by the FBI. I don't give a fuck. And the fact that someone says that to me, it makes me think I'm staying far away. So how this message relates to us and how we can use it for our advantage is we shouldn't have to prove ourselves or our love or the fact that we're committed with paperwork. Actions are what speak the loudest. And anything that is forced or seems quite forced, it's not the right time. For this man that I just told you about, John Doe, for him to be so angry when he's making this transition away from his wife, it's not the right time. I would never recommend he does that right now. And I would never recommend the woman that suggested that to him to have forced that on anyone. You can't force someone to leave their karmic relationship. You can suggest it to them. You can tell them, I think you're in danger. I just want you to know this is what I think. I would never tell you to directly say, me personally, the cards might say whatever they say. But personally, from what I've learned, I would never suggest you tell someone what to do. That's how it goes, And with my regular people on here that I do regular readings for, we discuss this all the time. You don't say directly what to do. You can lead them in the direction, but you can't force them or think about how they're going to feel. If this guy's mad before he even left his wife, think of how he's going to be after he leaves his wife. So this is part of the crazy energy going on right now. I do feel that it's calming down. Also, I've caught up in a lot of sleep. And that's another thing. I got a message from someone that said like, oh, you need sleep or something. No, I don't need sleep. I actually work amazing not on sleep, but at times when I can and my body allows, I love to catch up on sleep. But it's like, leave your opinion away from me, please. This person is just, it was so annoying to read that. And they said, you need to like get grounded. I am grounded. I walk around in the earth every freaking day. Just because I come on in here with intense energy, maybe it's just what's going on everywhere else. And this led to one last point I want to make before I get to this beautiful deck. When you're in a bad mood, or when you're having a bad day or you're feeling intense, instead of, allowing the chirping to enter your ear of people, like someone saying like, you need this or you need that, or why don't, the best advice someone could give you that really comes from the heart is, why don't you just wait and see how you feel tomorrow? Why don't you just wait wait a day, wait a whole sleep. So when you wake up, and then just see how you feel then. And if you still feel this way, let's talk about it. That type of a thing, right? Don't allow your emotions at the moment to predict the whole future of your life. That's all. Okay. So I pulled some cards last night, which I ended up going to bed last night around 10. So I haven't even checked my emails for those of you, but I did. I was probably exhausted because I did about 6 or 7 readings yesterday as well. And I did send them out, and I am going to say I can do the 24-hour special today. I do, because I finished all my readings. So if you want to book a reading today, I will have it done by tomorrow. Let's just say 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. So let's get to this. This was I don't even know why I pulled the cards, because sometimes I just sit here and pull cards. Okay. And what came out was like amazing. Okay. So, and I got a few different messages here with this one. Okay, never mind. First card that comes out is Queen of Pentacles. So, at this point, I know nothing. I'm like, okay, I can come up with 1,000 different things. Second card that comes out is the Chariot. And the third card that comes out is the Knight of Pentacles. So what this tells me, I'm going to actually tell you all of the cards that came out. First of all, the Magician and the Lovers came out next. And the King of Swords and the Emperor came out. So this is what this told me, okay? And, here we don't have the Knight of Pentacles making any moves. He's not on a horse. He's sitting there contemplating, sitting there thinking, sitting there pondering about what he wants to do. But what this told me more than anything is we have 2 people focused on money or focused on their goals, whatever they may be, because you notice they're not paying attention to each other. This Chariot, however, in the middle is going in the direction of the Queen. So the overall message here is about, for me, this feminine who's building and who's working and who's being grounded, who's picking the fruits of her harvest that has grown, who's focused on herself. And she's even rubbing her belly, focused on what she wants. And it's not an energy of like, I don't want him. It's an energy of like, I'm just going to love me right now. Like, I don't even think she's even thinking like that. For me, I feel like she's just doing what she does naturally, not focused on this other person. And we have this masculine here who's like really wondering, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to think of or build? Like, what do I want? They could be going through a lot of changes. This masculine could be thinking about people he's going to cut out of his life. I really feel like this masculine is thinking about flying over to the feminine energy over here. He's thinking about how is he going to be able to do that? How is he going to get the time even with all these circles here? What day is he going to be able to do this? When would be the best to do this? Because he wants victory. This masculine energy here wants victory. I always notice that whip. It has an S in it. And I don't know why, but this masculine wants victory. So what he wants to do, which is even better, putting these together now, because we have it like this, right? And underneath what came out is this. So he wants to get or create or, I don't know, somehow get together this energy to bring them two together, to bring them into each other's arms. I just thought it was the cutest thing ever. This is what he wants. This is what he wants to create. Here's the bottom part, which is awesome. We have the King of Swords and the Emperor. So what this tells me, and I noticed right away that both of their swords are pointing downwards. So there may not be much communication right now. But that's because this person is contemplating exactly what move he is going to make. And even where the Emperor is, this is the same person, because even the Emperor is sitting on this checkered floor. But second of all, I want to point out that the fact that it's a Knight of Pentacles here, it is a king. He's just taking his time to figure out exactly what move he's going to make. And here he's like really figuring out, he's practicing. Like, what am I going to do? Where am I going to put my energy? 3 of Pentacles, right? So this was one reading I pulled, and I wanted to share it with you. I also pulled a karmic reading, which I'm going to record after, and I'll tell you, this was the first card, which is often the first card. And the first message I got was the blocker's back. So we'll see what blockages are in the way. But this person here is really contemplating hard about how they are, and and it's almost like in their mind, time is ticking. Look at these, you might be dating someone with one of these type of goatees that has like the line here, or the line here, because there's a few different faces here, or no line here, but hair here. I love these cards so much. Anyhow. Let's begin with this new deck. So as I said, I got this beautiful new deck, and I found the most amazing deck at this place. It's not a tarot deck. This is not considered a tarot deck either. This is not from a tarot store, but the other deck is so amazing. It would take some time for me to read on it, but it's expensive, and I'm still going to get it one day, and it's going to really add to our readings. It really will. And it's like very psychological. So it gets deeper into why there's issues and why there's issues about certain topics. So the thing I love about these cards is that there's just a word, right? Priority. Priorities. Let's see what's going on here. So let's pull in regards to the masculine energy here and see what's on his mind. And then I'll pull to the feminine and see what's on her mind. So for the masculine, so this card came in reverse. It's weight. Now, I would never normally want to read these cards in reverse, but I just think that, it's weird. It came in reverse. It's weight. So, and that just, all that tells me is that this person wants to do the complete opposite of waiting. They want to move forward. On the back here, it says, honor your resistance. Oh, I love that. Sometimes no action is the best action of all. Okay, and I want to pull out the other one because I want to see, this might be a message for the feminine more than the masculine, or it might just be for both of them. But I actually feel like decision, and I'm just going to take the top one because a whole bunch came out. Decisions. Honor your top priorities, and we just had the priority card. If it's not an absolute yes, then it's a no. Okay, so I feel like this may be for the masculine because I was asking about the masculine first. And this is the thing. You see how he's like totally sitting in this energy of contemplation and trying to do the right move at the right time. And that's the truth. And the funny thing is, like, I had a really intense weekend, if you watch my video, where I was like bitching about the truth of everything. But the thing is that I didn't talk to my masculine over the weekend, right? And today when I woke up so happy, I'm like, I'm so happy we didn't talk because the energy was so intense. And then I thought to myself, maybe he's way more psychic than I realized. And maybe he understood as well. I'm like, maybe he knows about the full moon. Maybe he knows about these things because maybe that's why he didn't reach out to me either this weekend. Maybe he understood the gravity of the situation. And that, sometimes you do just need to wait because if it's not an absolute yes, it's a no. So if you're not 100%, and this is the type of stuff Abraham Hicks teaches as well, I want to get into her as well. But she teaches that as well. If you're not feeling it all the way, you don't do it. You don't make any decisions when you're not feeling it. And I thought about Abraham Hicks this morning with this man who sent me the message. If you want to see it, you can rewind. I'm pretty sure if anyone watches Abraham Hicks, but has watched her for about like 10 years, like this is a long time ago, I remember seeing this video where she was talking about her and Jerry. Jerry is her husband who's dead now, who died. And she has a great connection with him still. But she talks about when they first got together. I believe the way it went, Jerry was going to get married. And she was like his best friend. And he was getting married to someone. And all I remember is her saying that she said to him, come with me. Something like that, like something so simple. And he did. So for those people that think, you know, people won't leave a marriage or won't leave a strong commitment, they will at the right time, And she didn't have to say anything more than that. Come with me. She didn't say like now or this or that. She's like, I'm going this way. If you want, come with me type of a thing. I need to find that video again because I remember I just thought that was so amazing. And they were together forever, best friends until, you know, he passed away. So I do feel here like we have a masculine here who's waiting to make the decision on what he wants to do, what step he wants to take. I'm at a lack of words right now. Like, what's the next step for him, right, in this game? And he wants it to be the right decision. Here we have the Emperor. Very serious energy. Honestly, very serious energy, but still very loving at the same time. And even in his own time, he's out there pondering and contemplating and wondering what to do. It's very cute, actually, because he wants to make sure that it's 100% the right move to make, okay? So feminines, let's see what we have for us. Whoa. Ooh. Okay, so the first card, I'm going to take them both because they were stuck together. Release. Okay, so have a good cry. Grief is a doorway to your deepest self. Sometimes you do have to do that. Sometimes you do have to just like really sit there and look at this woman. She's sitting there in her thoughts, crying. And, you know, for some of you, you may be in a dark spot right now. You might be because of this intense energy going on. And the truth is, it's not as dark as you think it is. It's just for this moment. So at this moment, if you're feeling like this, cry it out. Like, really do. And I think I've told you guys this before, but I have a little girl in my life, my little Brookleberry, who, long story, doesn't matter. Point being, I used to live with her and take care of her. And I remember, I don't know how our conversation started, but I remember she said that I like crying. And I said, why do you like crying? And she said, because I feel better after. And she's a little girl. At this time, she may have only been 6 years old when she said this to me. And I never forgot that because it's so true. And then after that, I started appreciating a good cry. Because the truth is, when you really, really release until like you fully released it, you do feel better after your cry. So the card that was stuck to this is pleasures. Pleasure. And as I pick it up, you know, I feel like for some of you, the reason why you're crying like this, or you're really upset, or you like, you know, you have to release this energy is because you're not exactly where you want to be. But the truth is first of all, it will come, but it's like, have gratitude for what you have because you have so much. And I do feel like after this cry, you're going to get so much pleasures coming your way, maybe instantly, because maybe you will have released all this negative energy. But more importantly, I just feel like this, like after seeing this woman's crying because, you know, she's just, maybe for some of you, you want a family, you want a home, you want to be with someone. We've talked about this. Oh, I have so much stuff coming to me. But you're not there right yet. And I think that that's what you have to release, is that you don't have exactly what you want right this moment. I will say I listened to another reader, I think yesterday or the day before, whichever day I came on here venting, the next day or like later on that day, I heard a reader talking. And it was the first time I listened to her. I don't know much about her. She was a little grouchy, and I like that. I like it when they're grouchy because they're real. And the thing is she was saying she's lonely. She's saying she had last year all by herself. She's had a very long time all by herself. I don't know who this reader is. She's a bit older. lives in the middle of nowhere or something like that, because she was mentioning no reception. But she said this year she wants different. Like right now she wants different in her life, and she's ready for that. And, you know, it's true. I think we all have felt this energy because we've spent all of last year growing and doing it on our own for the majority of it. Sure, we had our divine masculine come in to trigger us. Thank you. So we could grow even more. But I think a lot of people, like I was saying too the other day, like, I don't want to do this alone anymore. I'm ready, as I said, to share minimum like 20 years of my life, because I know that I'll be here for sure 20 years. I'm sure maybe even 40, who knows. But I'm ready to dedicate that time to a commitment. And that's very exciting to me. Like, I just love the idea of that. So it's an energy here. And for anyone missing pleasures, go create your own. Do something just for fun. Pleasure is one of life's essential ingredients. Do something just for fun. And, you know, one other thing I'm realizing is I'm talking to people a lot more. And it's so interesting. It really is. And I know that that's something we should always do, communicate with our community. But I actually put it into practice, like in the Ubers. And you can find out a lot of interesting stuff going on around the world. And also that your life isn't so freaking bad. I thought about this recently too. Like, you know, someone might say to me like, oh, I have issues because I was raped by my father. And I was imagining a man saying this when I was like having this thought in my head. I was raped by my father. Well, do you understand? You know, there's other people whose father sold them to be repetitively raped. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that the first one doesn't matter. I'm saying there's always someone more hurt or injured. And not every person dwells on that for the rest of their life. I don't know why I was having this conversation with myself, something I probably watched or I don't even know. But the point being that there's always someone worse out there. And if you go, I've told you guys, I've done it before. I haven't done it recently. Go to the AA meetings, do the ones that are online. You don't even have to go anywhere. They're online. And hear what people say and hear what people have gone through and hear what people are dealing with in their home, in their own home. Because some of them can't even leave their home. You know, they're not in that spot where they have the confidence or courage to leave the home, I guess, because anyone can leave their home if they really want to. But yeah, so some people are stuck in these spots where they're just living really horrific lives. And it's not to make you feel better, but it's to make you have gratitude. And it really works. It really does. It really helps you. And to have sympathy and consideration for other people when they're in a grouchy mood, like this John Doe guy who's messaging me and calling me a bitch. I don't feel any anger towards him. In fact, like I feel nothing towards him, which in a sense I feel bad about, but that's just me. But I do know that, you know, he's probably going through some tough shit. Family members, deceased and I'm in a better place. Yeah, well, that happens. Family can, I don't know. I don't like to even get into it because for me, I just so quickly disassociate myself from family members that stress me out. But then I feel bad sometimes because I'm like, some people don't even have a family and they would love to have a family. Well, I would too. I would love to have a family that, you know, I can talk about everything to and you know, a perfect family. That'd be nice. So we have risk. Oh, where do I begin with this? Because there's so many things in life that are a risk. There's so many things in this relationship and in this situation we're in that's risky. Like even the fact of waiting and even loving someone, like the whole situation is risky. So just like, I don't know, I want to say just bow down to the risk and appreciate it and show it gratitude and honor it. Honor the fact that you're living in a risky time. You're in a risky situation. Make the best of it. Really, it's all a risk. Take a risk. You have the power within to move mountains. Take a risk. And for some of you, you might need to take that risk and do some releasing, you know, and here's the retreat card that came out. Take a mini retreat. Listen to the voice of your soul. I feel like that's what I did yesterday when I got home. I kind of just shut out the world after I was done all my work and just rested, you know. It's a mini retreat. Hello from Greece. And all the negativity. Yeah. Magnificence. Because even though there's a whole bunch of negativity, that's the thing. When they say we really have to go for gratitude, it really does help. So go find something to be happy about. Like, it's so easy. I'm so happy I can afford to have lighting, and I can afford to have like these little pleasures I have in my life. Even like, you know, this bowl. But I think I got this as a gift, actually. Frig, I forget her name right now. I talk to her all the time. Anyhow, thank you for all your gifts. Thank you for all your gifts. I'm so lucky to even have that, because there was a long time in my life when I didn't get gifts, and I love gifts. Like, I think I've said this to you guys before. I am someone who loves gifts. I am not one of those girls who will turn down anything, in the sense, like even a flower, you know, or even a drink or coffee, even if I don't know the person, they're a complete stranger. Because, you know, there's people out there, like, they feel not too good, but they feel like, oh, they can't accept anything from anyone. That's not me. I'm so happy. I'm like, yes, thank you. And I manifested yesterday. So this is another thing. Every time something happens that you want, creeper behind you, ooh, that's scary, is mute. I don't know what that means, but anyhow, anytime you manifest something that you want, be so grateful for it and be so appreciative and give it so much energy that you just did that, so you can do more stuff like that. I wanted something really badly, and I bought one of them, a different color, months ago, and I actually wear it almost every day. So for me, I'm like, this is really worth it, right? And I'm like, but they're all going to be gone. And I went to the store and they were all gone. And except for these other, like these two colors I didn't want. And I'm like, I'm not going to buy it unless it's 100% yes. And I'm leaving the store and I say to the guy, do you think they're going to have these online? And he's like, maybe. I'm like, okay, thank you. And as I'm leaving, they had one on this rack, the exact one that I wanted, the exact size I want, because I like this. It's a sweater and it's extra large. And they had one black extra large. And I was like, this is a miracle. And I just took it and left. And I was so grateful for it. And it's the little things like that that you be grateful for, and watch you get more of it. I'm not even joking, okay? So I'm going to, I guess, like, you know, let me pull a message for a few of you, okay? So Sheila, I see you're on here, and you're the first person I notice. Let me pull a card for you, okay? You have reflect. Keep your eyes open. Joy lives in small places. Gemini boys, I'm going to pull for you as well. But this is for Sheila. Reflect. Joy is in small places, okay? Gemini boys. Let's see what's going on here. Haven't done one of these for a while, and usually I used to do them every month. It's just I've been so busy now. So for Gemini boys, you got two cards, clearing and nature. Clear the clutter. When in doubt, throw it out. Take a walk. Let the beauty of nature feed your soul. And one thing I have been doing, I'll tell you, that is clearing the clutter. Partially because of my mentorship and what I've learned from that. For example, yesterday I donated, I think, 5 decent pairs of shoes. I hang on to shoes forever. But these were decent ones that I didn't really wear. And I'm like, someone can get a use out of this. And I put them in a nice box neatly outside. And within 5 minutes, the whole box was gone. So I felt so good because, you know, usually people think they have to go to the store and drop them off, or to like the Value Village where they resell them. And I don't want to resell them. I want to give them to someone. I could resell it myself, you know. And I put it out there. It wasn't raining. It wasn't, you know what I mean? It was perfect condition, and they literally got scooped up. So keep that in mind. He'll value the shadow or strangle, please. Dorothy, I can't really read that whole message, but please don't say that stuff on here. Okay. Renee Hudson. I'm going to pull for you. Yeah, I miss doing these pull of cards. And the best advice I can give you, if the card doesn't get pulled for you, what I would do is if I go on someone's channel and they're pulling a card for people and it's like the day later and obviously I'm not on there to get a card pulled for me, I would put it at a spot that I like. And whatever spot I put it at, that's my card. Friendship. Renee, you got friendship. Oh, I thought it said married for a second. Call a friend. When you're mirrored with love, you see yourself clearly. Oh, that's so nice. That's so true. If you have a good friend, you will get the mirror of loving energy, right? Joy, I'm going to pull for you. Connection. This is my twin flame card here from this deck. From what I've seen so far, this one is the one I love the most. Connection. Connect with someone special. A loved one is a gift to treasure. So Joy, that was for you. Advanced touch. Sure. I'm going to pull for you. Have faith. Faith grows when you act without knowing the end result. That's so interesting. And look at it's like, even though the flower is wilting, it's like they're pieces of paper. Write things out. Tonight's this, well, I'm sure the full moon was last night technically, or could be happening right now. This is a big full moon. And I actually meant to write things out last night and I fell asleep, but I'll be writing them out. That's for sure. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So let me make a couple things clear that will really get to me, that you'll never get any help from me. When you message me and say to me urgent, or you put the numbers like 911 or something like this, ridiculous, because nothing is that urgent, okay? Not with me, like not that you're going to be messaging me for, or when you're like help, or something like that. I'm sorry, I don't want that energy. Just a word of advice. So if you do want to, sometimes to reach someone, you have to reach them on the way that they feel comfortable. And that's something we all have to learn. Everything I pointed out to you guys today, earlier on, I pointed it out because we have to learn this so that we can have a better relationship with the person we want to be in union with. Don't be like John and blame other people for your decisions of having a triple relationship. Don't get involved. I don't know. Okay, guys, you can make up your own mind. I would never agree to be with a man and his wife, and I'm in love with the man. No, I can agree you're with your wife. Cool. I'm over here doing my own thing, in love with you, sure, but doesn't matter. But for me to join that, first of all, big mistake. Anyhow, do what you want to do, but don't get mad at anyone when that doesn't work out, or when the woman says, I want you to leave the other person now. Please take responsibility for everything you do, for every choice you make. Take time to make choices as well. Don't come across as being extremely needy. And I'm not putting you down for that, because in a sense, we all need help or need something. But if you can't calm down enough to word it properly, well, don't expect to get what you want. Like, you need to actually center yourself and approach the situation maturely, and approach it in a way you're not going to scare other people off, because we don't know what triggers other people. For me, a huge trigger is someone acting like it's the end of the world, and it's not. Okay. So, Lynn, thank you so much. That's awesome. Thank you so much. It's not the end of the world. Like the fact that you might not get your love, it's not the end of the world. And if you're going to approach it with like, help me, or like the end of the world, or 911 emergency, for me, I just block you, delete you. I'm out. And you have to think about that. Like, how many of you have met someone that came across in a way that triggered you, and then you kind of block them out for life? And I'm not saying that your partner would do that, or the person you're thinking of would do that necessarily, because they probably have those intense feelings for you too. But if you triggered them, they might block you out for a long time. And I have people or a person I'm just thinking of right now, and he really likes me and he's a great guy. But I don't like him like that, first of all. And some of the things he says to me just makes me want to stay away just because of the fact that it's like, that's really intense. And that's really like, I don't know. It's just make sure you meet people. And if he would have approached me different ways, I wouldn't be so distant from him. And I have no interest in him in the future, but he's a great person to be a friend with. He's a great guy. You know, I see him once a week, so I would like to be on that level where I can feel comfortable. So just put other people into consideration. Let's try to do this because it's for the long term, right? For all of us to get this. Renee, I did pull a card for you. Might have been friendship. You have to go back and check. Okay. So let's see who else we have here to pull for. Danielle Jackson, I'm going to pull a card for you. Truth. I'm not reading into the cards, though when I see something like this, it's my natural instinct to want to find out what wasn't the truth. Anyhow, for you, Danielle, the truth is, tell the truth. Integrity is the key to living an authentic life. Lynn, I'm going to pull a card for you next as well. But this is for you, Danielle. Lynn, let's see what's going on for you. Ooh. See, I'm just getting to know this deck. And this is the first deck. I didn't go through every card. I shuffled right away because it's just words. So obviously I can have my own interpretation. And I didn't want to look at every card. I wanted a surprise as well. So this might be almost like a twin flame card to me as well, Lynn. You got the passion card. And the only reason I say the twin flame, like it's a twin flame energy for me, is because there's dark and light. There's music in this card. For me, music is like the 5D connection. There's a dove, a white dove. So there's spirit here guiding. There's gold here as well, like the Midas touch almost. Anyhow, you got passion and there's lightning here. I just noticed like there's always a storm and the light and nothing, you know, nothing easy. It's not that nothing easy is worth it. It's just that struggles put value into something. Like when you can make it through the struggles, it just makes it more valuable type of a thing. When you can learn from them, it makes it more valuable. So resurrect a childhood dream. Let your passion take flight. That's for you, Lynn. Okay. Madonna, let me pull a card for you. And, you know, I think that a good piece of advice for myself and for everyone else is we got to get out there and start dancing. I know it may sound really weird, but just think of the energy that youthful people have. Very, like a lot of movement, a lot of freedom, a lot of free flowing. Like if someone pulls their hand, you know, if someone pulled my hand, I'm probably not going to move. I'm going to be like, they're going to be shocked. But really, why not let someone pull your hand and move it and just be free flowing? A lot of us are too stiff. That's the way to put it, okay? So if you can just dance around your room or just get out and dance, or when you're out there, it's from Madonna. When you're out, you know how like when there's music playing outside and you're outside and you don't dance to it or anything, but it's a good song. So at least bop your head or something. Just like get in that flow of movement instead of being so stiff. So Madonna, you got patience. Be patient, real simple. Be willing to pass up good for great. Yeah, this is a big message. It's about, like, if it's not 100% yes, it's a no. That's it. Why would you want it halfway? Sabrina, I'm going to pull for you. And thank you for all your likes as well. Gratitude. I said thank you before I even got them. I love it. Say thank you. Experience the joy of acknowledging others. There you go. Sabrina, that's your message. Sleeper reactions. You have progress and opportunity. Charge forward, be willing to make mistakes, release your ties to the past. When you let go of the old, you make room for the new. We all know that. And that's true. That's what I'm saying. Like letting go of some of my old shoes, who knows what I'll have room for now. It looks like a mess back here, but I actually cleaned up. I just put my exercise equipment up against the wall. But I did that. Like I cleaned up and I'm like, my place looks so great clean. Even though it looks a little, on the outside, it might look cluttered, but to me, it's really clean instead of having it all laid out. Live, love, and laugh. I'm going to pull for you. You got the listen card. More importantly, what this card has to do with is listening to yourself. But hey, let's just go on here. Listen to your wise self. Well, there we go. Let your inner compass direct the course of your life. I agree with that. And, you know, the wording of it threw me off for a second there. But the truth is, I'm ready to like live in a sense where things just come to me. And I guess that would be the inner compass. Like, you know, just allowing things to happen and let go of the control of it. Because like I said the other day, we can't, there's certain things we just can't make happen. And the number one thing we can't necessarily like make happen like right now is for a person to appear right here and be my lover. You know what I mean? Like, because first of all, I have to be attracted to them. And second of all, where are they coming? Out of thin air? No. Like, you know what I mean? So that's one thing I find manifesting can be really easy for me. And sometimes I manifest instantly, like I did the other day. But when it comes to a lover, and especially when you have your eyes on someone, the best thing to do is to release and let it go and just love yourself and love your life and be grateful. Because that's the one thing for me. I know I can't create instantly because I'm so picky. So like, I'm so picky. So it's not like, you know, the universe could just have me bump into someone, even if they're an amazing person. And I'm just going to be like, I love you. No, they have to be the right person. So let your inner compass, I forget who I'm pulling this for, so I'm going to keep on going. Let your inner compass guide you to new experiences and lose control over the situation and watch and see what comes your way. You know, it may not be exactly when you want, but it will happen. Indra, here's a card for you. Courage. Take the leap. Your courage will see you through. Beautiful. Beautiful. I can't wait to see what the energy is after this. I find right now, we're all even more on the same page. Everyone in this YouTube community, I think, I'm not 100% sure because I don't know everyone in the community, but I mean like in the whole YouTube tarot reading astrological community, I think we're all truly on the same page right now in a sense. And it's really interesting because it just means like everything we thought was happening is happening. And it's true. Like I won't take back that message I had the other day where we've put so much time in and we've just released that now things are coming. But guys, I'm going to give you the heads up. And thank you. I see someone booking a reading there. I'm going to give you the heads up. See how this man is? I told you, send me that message. Don't expect your masculine to come in extra happy. Don't expect it to be a bed of roses. This person just made a real tough decision to leave his wife. Now, I'm not saying whether or not it was the right timing, okay? This guy's too angry. Point being, he made a real tough decision and, you know, it's clearly gotten to him. So remember that when this union happens, there's still going to be relapses. There's still going to be challenges. And now, moving forward, you have to, I think this was in the last message, you have to reevaluate how you're going to go about it. There's no more room for the same shit. There's no more room for the same way of doing things. It's time to take what you've learned about understanding and loving and unconditional love, but also boundaries and self-respect and combine it all. That's a huge That's a huge bowl of ingredients, and combine it all and move forward with that, right? And you should never have to show your credentials to anyone for any friendship or anything. I would never have a friendship and show them that I had a criminal search. Here's my criminal record. No, it shouldn't be that there should not have to be that much proof. And the proof is in the actions. The proof is in, the way things go. Okay, so let me just see who I'm going to pull. Grace, I haven't pulled for you yet. I'm not going to answer questions, but I'll pull a card for you. If anyone wants to book a reading, I am doing the 24-hour. It will be done by tomorrow. Grace, self-respect. Self-respect. Respect yourself. You're the best judge of what's right for you. I added that part, for you. That's all that matters, is really what's right for you. Because you don't have decision-making authority over everyone else. You really don't. And I don't want to be that woman making decisions for other people anyways. Patricia, I'm pulling for you. I just saw you as I was guidance. Oh, my favorite animal, the owl. It's not my favorite animal. It's not my least favorite animal. I have a fear. I think I've had a past life with the owls. I don't know. Anyhow. This is the year of the owls. I've never actually, that I can recall, seen one in person in this lifetime, but I know I've had some issues with them in past lifetimes. I don't know if they're issues, but they've been around me. That's all I know. Okay. Just even talking about it, I get choked up. Okay. So Grace, the divine will meet your every need. Ask for guidance. And this is something we all have to remember to do, is to actually give permission to the divine to step in and give permission for them to answer our questions and to give us guidance. There's something about, apparently we have to give permission. Did I get that message from them? No, I don't get that message from them. But I've heard it enough that I can see the value in that. It's true. Like, if someone doesn't ask me directly, I'm probably not going out of my way to do something for them. For one, I have no idea that they want it. And for two, like, just because someone says, oh, I want a piece of cake, it doesn't mean they're asking me. But if they were to say, Jen, like, can you please get me a piece of cake? I really need help to get a piece of cake. I don't know. Yeah, I'll go get you a piece of cake. No problem. Because I'll get myself a piece too. Yes, Michelle Harding. I'm going to pull one for you now. So it's true. Go ask. That's the key. And that person's on their computer. That person's in their book. That person has a special key right around their own goddamn neck. They can unlock it. But clearly they have to ask their guides to show them where the key is, because they forget where it is. It's right here. It's right on you. So, Michelle Harding. I can't wait to add these cards to a reading. Intent. And that's another thing. Focus on your energy. There is amazing power in the strong intent, in a strong intention. I think that that's something my masculine is personally an expert at. I've never talked to him about this, and I'm actually going to have a conversation with him, because things that my masculine does, they're so intriguing, and I learn so much from them. But I feel like he's the type of person that always has an intention when he goes anywhere or does anything. I know that at nighttime, he sets his intention for the day, the next day, and he also sets the intention for everything to organize, anything that there was an issue with, to organize itself out. But have intention for everyone. Like, know what you're trying to get. And I mentioned this in the beginning of the video, I meant to write out my intentions for the video today. But really, I just wanted to get some messages across, and I still should have written them out. Stacy, here you go. Awareness. Practice present moment awareness. The meaning you yearn for lives in the ever-present now. Do you guys know how nice it is to be in the present? And do you actually really get what it is to be in the present? I'll tell you how I learned I was living in the present, because I'm a journaler, right? And I write a lot of things, and like, I have so many journals because I'm not disorganized, but in that sense, I am. where I will have a different journal every week, because if I lose the other one, I don't care. I just need a journal to write in, and I need a journal for my dreams, and I need a journal for this and that, and for my travels. And when I was away last week and you saw me, my videos were somewhere else, for the first time, I didn't journal. And I remember saying to myself, and not that I'm a big journaler every single day of my life, but I am a big journaler. I have journals from 10, maybe even 20 years ago. I'm looking at one right now. It pops up every year and I write in it. But I realized I was living in the moment. I was so happy and I was so content with myself. And by the way, when I went away by myself. And I don't know how many of you have ever done that, because I haven't. And it was so interesting to see that I never watched TV once. I watched the sports games on my laptop. There was a TV there. I didn't watch TV. I would sit in silence and eat. And I enjoyed every second I was away, every single thing that was happening. And it was just so beautiful. And I realized, I'm like, wow, like I actually can and have lived in the moment. And there's something so beautiful about that. And I really recommend, I don't know how you can do it at home, because at home you have a lot of distractions. When I was away, I didn't have so many distractions, though I could have turned the TV on. I could have whatever. But if you can do that at home and be like right in the moment. And I think the number one way to start that is to turn off your electronics at times. Just take a break from them, literally. So this message here is, I don't think I said I was going to pull for anyone. Okay, here's another Lynn. Lynn Pelska. Okay, I'll pull for you. So you're the second Lynn I pulled for. And the other Lynn, thank you so much for that donation. That was really nice. Lynn Pelska. Power. Own your power. Every storm brings a fresh new beginning. Every storm brings a fresh new beginning. Janella Wells. Let me pull for you. So you want to know something else I learned? I saw my masculine recently, and this is probably part of what triggered me. Janelle, let me pull a card for you before I forget that I wanted to pull a card for you. Tenderness. Speak gently to yourself. Cherish the child within. Okay, so I saw my masculine recently, and it's been some time, like, since we've actually seen each other. And he mentioned to me, so I thought my place was pretty clean. Now I just started organizing again. Okay, so this is what he mentioned to me. He said, like, Jen, you need some shelves in my bathroom. I live alone. I have no one in my home. So to me, I thought I was really organized. And just because I had like a line of products on the floor, I thought it was really neat still, because, for me, it was okay. And I live here alone. And at first, I learned two lessons here. At first, I'm like, babe, I'm not going to be here forever. Because here I am thinking, like, I'm not going to be living here forever. I have plans to be married and in a home. And listen, I didn't say all that. I'm like, I'm not going to be here forever. And he was like, oh, okay. And then we started talking about like whatever else, right? Two lessons I learned from that. First lesson is, if someone like your masculine or anyone says something like that, that's them actually offering you help. And a better way I could have approached that conversation was, oh, like, are you suggesting something? Why not? Even if I don't need shelves, why not entertain someone else's thought and have another conversation and put them kind of first and let them be heard in a sense, right? But my natural instinct was to just kind of brush it off, like, no, I'm not going to be here forever. So one lesson I learned from that. The second lesson I learned was after he left, I believe the next day, I organized that section in literally 2 minutes. I put everything away. There was actually a spot for everything. And it kind of annoyed me because I said to myself, it's not that you needed a shelf. You needed a man that you cared about to be in your home and point something out. And this just brought me back to the whole point where I was like, I don't want to be alone. Like, if this is what I want someone here to point out something like that, or to give me a reason to be extra tidy. But if I'm just here alone, what do I care? Like, I'm happy, you know what I mean? And I just remember that, like, I just remember saying that sentence to myself. Like, it's not that you needed a shelf, you needed a man. And I just thought that was the coolest thing. I just thought it was like, because that's the truth. And I don't have men in my home. And maybe if another man was in my home for some reason, like a friend, and said that to me, maybe I would have maybe I would have listened to that too, you know? But it was the man that my heart set on, right? Who said that, and that triggered me in a positive way to organize. And literally, I'm telling you, it all had a spot and it was all cleaned in 2 minutes. It was all gone. And I'm like, damn, I wish I did that before. Oh man. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Can I have a card? Shannon Wilson. Yes. Shannon Wilson. Here you go. Rejuvenation. Oh, you got 2. And dreams. Get a good night's sleep. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and spirit. Think big. There are unseen forces ready to support your dreams. Interesting, because one is about sleep and one is about dreams. To be honest, I haven't had dreams for over a week now. I haven't. I'm just trying to think if there's anything I can remember. And I dream every day, right? So I'm not quite sure what the shift is about or what the no dreaming is about. It's very irritating to me because I love my dreams, but it's also a bit of a break because I'm actually sleeping. Olivia, yes, I'm going to pull a card for you. Blessings. Just as I was looking at, Lynn wrote blessings and you got blessings. So that's double energy here for you. So Olivia, count your blessings. A grateful heart attracts more joy, love, and prosperity. It's so true, guys. Like, if you can just get your energy up and just keep it up. And yeah, sure, it has to do with gratitude. But energetically, like if you're just on that happy energy, you just attract more. And, you know, it's a good thing to look at too. Like, what energy are you on when your masculine comes in? That can kind of help you realize like what energy wave he's on. Are you in a good mood when he comes in? Are you in a bad mood when he comes in? Because that will tell you what level you're connecting on. And as I said, I'm really happy that my masculine didn't call me over the weekend because my energy was so intense. I was actually feeling very turned off. And maybe it's the moon, maybe it's the time of the month right now or whatever it may be, but I was feeling very like a turned off energy. So I'm so happy that, you know, the weekend passed and that energy passed too. So now I can see what I'm going to attract in this energy, which is a real happy energy, but it's a very throat chakra opened energy as well. So I have a lot to speak about. Abrina Princess, Arabian, sorry. That's like Princess Jasmine. Arabian Princess, yes. Here's a card. So I am going to do the end of the monthly. You got time. Schedule a sacred date with yourself. You deserve time for your life. I am going to do the readings for the month for the elements, for the karmic situations, because I know everyone really likes those. And just so you know, I feel like personally, even though I do ask for the element air or water or fire, we have all these elements, most of them at least, like we have all the elements in our chart. We may not have every sign in our chart. I don't think I have any Scorpio in my chart. But, you know, I still have water in my chart. I have Cancer. I might have one Pisces somewhere. So I was just trying to say that I think that for my monthlies, you can still watch them and see if it resonates with you, right? Because that's why sometimes I don't even do the monthlies anymore, because I feel like it's like a collective message. But some people like the monthlies, a lot of people actually. So I'm going to do them. And today I'm dedicating my day to doing readings and staying in and settling down. To be honest, the weather here isn't very nice, which sucks. And I'm going to be working on my website. I actually figured out how to do shipping. So for those of you that are interested in my skincare products, if I'm going to recommend anything to you, it's going to be the face healing cream and the face oil. That's number one, because everyone says, what do I use? That's what I use every single day. And that's it. Okay. So if you're interested, but I have pain relief and I have all these other things, and they're all natural and no preservatives. And now I figured out the shipping. So I had to add a shipping fee. For those of you in the States, it obviously won't be covered by that shipping fee, but I'll cover the rest, which I don't mind. I think it's more important to get my product out. Who am I pulling for? Sorry. Fuck. I know someone's asked me and I said yes. This is all. Oh. Bye, Kevin. Paul, your reading I didn't do yet. Okay. Hi, Paul. Here's a card for you. I'm going to do your reading today, Paul. So sorry. You just reminded me when I saw your name now. Paul, look what you got. Paul has a beautiful twin flame story as well. And like everything that happens with you just is loving and then full of love. So choose love, Paul. Let your love become a powerful force for change. And Paul, you have that energy. You always have that energy no matter what's going on, which is really good. Okay, so let me see what else we have here. Yeah, that's a nice card to get, right? I'm so sorry. I feel like Abraham, why did I say Abraham? No, I pulled for you the Arabian Princess. Okay, I think this means I need to break because I'm starting to get lost here. Richard, I'll pull for you too. How nice. Wow. It's nice to have men on here. Richard, independence. Decide for yourself. Exercise your right to choose. I don't know why I'm drawn to actually read into the card for you, Richard. Two energies I pick here. You may have to walk away. You may have to take that leap. You may have to jump off of that ledge and see what happens. Transformation is big here for you, Richard. You know what? For Kevin, you're so grouchy. I'm still going to pull a card for you, even though I've blocked you. You're probably watching, but I think you need some help. So let's just see what we have here for Kevin. Kevin Owen. He's really grouchy and he's saying some really rude shit. But for some reason, I feel that he needs a card. And yeah, I said his whole name. I don't give a fuck. Kevin Owen. What can we give Kevin for his bitchy, grouchy attitude? Goals. Get some goals, Kevin, and go focus on them. Set a goal, write it down, and release the outcome. Small steps make a big difference, Kevin. Goals. Get some goals. Honestly, we all need to get some goals. This is what occupies our mind so that we don't have this intense energy and direct it out to other people. Having goals is a huge help for people in life in general, for helping you just get your energy somewhere else, spread it out there. And also, even my brother and his wife, they always make these 5-year goals and stuff like that, and they aim for them and they reach them. And it's just known. Write something out and go for it, okay? Okay, everyone, thank you so much. Let me pull one more card for everyone. Creativity. Express your creativity. Delight in the mystery of our inner muse. Yeah, delight in the mystery of your inner muse. Okay, guys, so thank you so much. I'm going to do the monthlies today. I don't know if everyone wants me to do actual like individual monthlies in regards to love. I'm up for it, but I just find I don't have the views for it. Like, so I don't know. I get confused about that. But when I look at other people's other readers and they do like Gemini or Cancer, whatever it may be, and they get a lot of views. So I'm not sure if it's just not what my crowd wants or what. I'll see, like, you know, how my time goes, but I would like to actually see what's going on. Anyhow, I'd like to figure that out because I would like to do monthlies with this deck. I love this new deck. This is from Claudia. Thank you so much. Ace of Rods. I love it so much. I actually saw someone in the park Do you know they have bands you wrap around trees and then you try to balance yourself on them, like tightrope walking? And I was like, what a great idea. We have Ace of Rods and Ace of Pentacles here. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck because this is like a little ragamuffin. And I think of this as like the divine feminines, like myself. Like I'm one of those girls that I'm not extra perfect with things. And like, look at her hair, look at my hair. I can be messy and dirty sometimes. And I don't care because I love to roll around in the mud. But I just think that this is the cutest divine feminine. And like, and look at the fact that she has a treasure. It's like she's a buried treasure. Like she's a treasure. And only certain people will see that. And that's the whole vibe for relationships in general, especially with these ones, because usually you're with someone or into someone that's not your typical type, right? So it's like you found a treasure. Okay, guys. Yeah, ragamuffin. I use that. I've used I just always think of myself as one. I don't even know what it means, to be honest with you. But I just feel like messy and, you know, me. Okay, guys. So thank you so much. And I really appreciate everything. Thanks for listening. I hope that you guys learned from these 2 evil messages I got. The first one wasn't evil. I'm just saying, like, you should never ask for a friendship and show your credentials. That's not a friendship. Okay? That's not. And if someone needed help and your credentials, you had the credentials to help them, well, they would approach you. Right? So that's just me. Okay, bye, guys. Have a great day. And I will have lots of videos posted today and all week because that's my intention. Bye. Set an intention and a goal. Ciao.